So the year is 2018. Me and Darren are driving back from Colorado. And we're just cruising. Not speeding. We're just cruising.
Not speeding?
Not speeding yet. The problem was that we were in the middle of nowhere, Colorado. So much like Texas, you just have these little itty bitty towns. So in between the towns, it's like, I think it was like 75 miles an hour. And then it just drops to like 50 or 45 or something in the town. So just super quick drop.
Okay.
And they give you like no notice. So there were like a whole string of cars in front of us. And you know me, I'm a maximizer. I'm not going to normally push my brakes unless I have to.
Literally, part of my best man speech for your wedding was about how you do this, about how you start slowing down so far away so that you don't have to use your brakes.
Yes. So it's like going 75 and then boom, you see this 50 mile an hour speed limit sign. I'm like, oh shoot, like I should press the brakes. But also nobody in front of me was braking. They were actually like going probably 70 through this town.
Yeah, how'd that argument work for you?
I didn't use that argument. But anyways, started slowing down naturally by just coasting. And then, there's a cop. Oh, he's behind me. And he's got his lights going. I pull over. Darren's like, don't worry about it. You're fine. Bro, I've been pulled over so many times. I've been in the car with so many people who've been pulled over. Never once have I gotten a ticket. Thanks. Famous last words, Darren.
Yeah. Well, so, he didn't get a ticket.
No, he didn't. But he was actually saying, of all the times he's been pulled over or he's been in the car with somebody who's been pulled over, nobody's gotten tickets ever.
Yeah, that's wild.
So the problem was that since this was my first time ever getting pulled over, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. What I did know, though, was turned off the car. You turn off the car, and you put the keys up on the dash.
Right.
No funny business.
No funny business.
So that's what I did.
No jokes.
But I didn't put my window down. So then cop is doing some stuff. He finally gets out of his car. He's walking up on the side of the road. And I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I don't want to grab my keys and put them in the ignition just so I can do the window down. Like, he would think I'm trying to get away. I'll just open the door. Oh, my goodness. So I almost got tased. I'd love to know what an actual cop, I've never told that story to an actual cop, but they would be like, you complete idiot. So I opened the door.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I opened the door and he was just like, and like he's just fumbling all over all of his words, and then he like realized that I wasn't trying to do anything other than open the door so I could talk to him. He's like, dude, I almost tased the actual living daylights out of you. I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh, my word.
Boy, he gave me a hefty little ticket.
Yeah, how much was it?
Oh, gosh. I don't remember. I think it was like $300 or something.
300? Really? Wow.
Yeah. But he said...
He's like, this goes straight to our roads.
He said he caught me going like 10 over. So essentially he would have caught me at like 60. No, I think he said... I think he caught me at 59. He said... If it would have been at 60, it would have been another $100, and it would have been a court sentence.
Ooh,
and we were
a court date.
Yes, court date. So that was definitely, even though it was a lot of money, I was like, wow, because I was definitely going 60. He just didn't catch me during 60, I guess. Yeah. So, but like he gave me the ticket. I turned the wheel over to Darren. Darren started driving for me, and I like logged on and got the ticket paid. But you had to go on to this little tiny town's website, and like you literally, the way I remember it was you put the thing into your cart,
Okay.
Like you're purchasing something.
You're purchasing a ticket.
You're purchasing a ticket. And I remember going to
You're like,
check
this
out.
isn't even to Taylor Swift.
I remember going to check out, and it said, anything else you want to add? I was like,
No. I don't want to add anything.
Giving you $300. No, I'm not buying anything else. Gee whiz.
You're like, but do you have a Black Friday sale?
Yeah, I will take a good little 40% off if I could right now. I have to turn the thermostat up. Isabel's coming home.
Oh yeah. Okay. So while Josiah's turning the thermostat up, I walk in here. It's chilly.
No.
Yeah, it is chilly.
No, don't say what it was.
No, I will say what it's set at.
No.
I walked in and it was set at 56 degrees.
Oh my gosh. I was gone most of the day, and no need to heat the house very warm when nobody's here.
Allegedly, it makes your furnace work harder if you have the fluctuations in the temperature, and it's easier on your furnace and uses less energy if you
ChatGPT didn't say that.
Okay, well, AI versus Caleb.
ChatGPT said if I drop it 4 degrees every night for 8 hours a night, then you can essentially say it's going to save 4% on your bill. Yeah, and I was like,
I bet that.
I'll do that.
All right.
So if I'm going over 8 hours, 4-degree drop, or in this situation, 10-degree drop.
I mean, there's got to be like an optimized temperature there. I don't know what that is, but
you're an engineer.
56 degrees. Wow.
I like it.
Yep.
Little igloo.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyways, next. I've been pulled over a lot.
That's been pulled over a lot. Wait, why don't I tell mine next?
Oh, okay, go for it.
So, Bailey and I, we're coming back from after
This is
prom.
a classic.
So we were talking.
Cloud 9. That's where you were.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun night, and we were just like talking, and I'm driving. We're coming into Delaware from the west side, and I mean, it is late because this is after prom. They had prom, and then everyone goes to the local YMCA, and then they have like activities and food and stuff to keep the kids out of trouble,
Yeah, that works.
So then it's like 1 a.m. and I'm driving her home.
This is why you don't stay out late, kids.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like this happens.
Yeah. And we get to the Williams Street and Sandusky stoplight. And Bailey and I are talking, and I just straight up treat it like a stop sign.
Unbelievable.
And
stop, go.
So then I'm like halfway through the intersection, and Bailey's going, and that's when I realize I cannot believe I just treated this stoplight as a stop sign. And there's a cop. Literally, there's only one vehicle at the intersection, and it is a cop, and it is directly across the intersection from me. And as I'm passing him, because at that point I'm halfway through the intersection, I'm not going to stop halfway through the intersection. That's going to make me look super drunk. So I had no alcohol, for the record, and so I'm passing him, and I can see his face, and it
just
is aghast.
Bro, what is he smoking?
Yeah. And so I'm immediately thinking, what do I do?
I'm screwed. And
I was like, you know what? Just gonna pull over. So I'm simultaneously pulling over as I look in my rearview mirror, and I see him pull out into the intersection, flip on his lights, and turn around.
Yeah.
And he comes up behind me, and I'm just beating myself up. I'm like, I cannot believe I did that. Oh, it's so dumb, stupid. Bailey is cracking up. Oh my gosh,
you love that, right?
I don't.
I'm just
yeah. And so she's cracking up. The officer comes up to the to the window.
Did you put your window down?
I put my window down.
Oh, smart man.
Yeah. And
Who'd you learn that from?
I don't know.
Just common knowledge.
Common knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. The TV shows. So the cop comes up and he's like, this is my least favorite, my least proud moment. The cop goes, so do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, do you know why I pulled myself over?
I can't believe you said that.
I was trying to make a point.
Yeah.
That I knew exactly why he pulled me over, and that I actually pulled over before he pulled me over because I knew that it was stupid. And Bailey was horrified that I said that.
I would be too.
Yeah.
It's a wild thing to say to a cop.
Yeah. And he goes, I have been a cop for the last 15 years, and I have never seen anyone do something so stupid at an intersection. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. And so he's like, all right, where are you coming from? We're like, after prom. He's like, who's this with you? And I'm so flustered. And I was like, Bailey.
Yeah, you didn't say girlfriend?
That's all I said. I just said Bailey.
Bailey.
And Bailey's just cracking. She's not really laughing then, but once he goes back to the cruiser with my license, she's just cracking up. Oh my gosh. And so then he asked, like, have you been drinking? I'm like, no, I haven't been drinking, I promise. We were talking, and I don't know. I just lost track.
I just lost track of
I stopped.
Consciousness.
I stopped. And
what do you want from me?
Yeah. And so he goes back there, and I still just can't believe it. Bailey's laughing so hard. And then he comes back, and he says, I'm giving you a warning tonight. And I was like, oh, my gosh.
A gift.
He's like, don't do that again. And I was like, I won't ever do it again. And I took that pink slip and I put it in my wallet, and I had it in my wallet for months.
Whoa.
To remind myself, don't do something stupid like that.
Wow.
It was just so funny. So after that, Luke texted me.
Yeah.
Because he was at the same after party, and he was like, hey, how's it going? I was like, dude, how do you think it's going? So he and his mom had been behind us, and then behind them was Jacob and Tracy.
Oh my gosh, they were all there.
Was asleep. And Tracy saw it, and she was just like horrified. She had no idea what was going on. So, yeah.
She didn't see you run it, but she saw that you were pulled over.
Saw it. No, she saw me run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So then shortly after that, I'm going to say maybe a couple weeks, you and I were driving to New Albany to work for our boss, the landscaper.
Yeah.
And
good old Chip.
I don't know what it was, but there was a red light, and there were cars coming from the opposite direction. There was a red turning arrow. And
a red turning arrow.
Well, it wasn't a turning arrow. It was, you were in the turning lane. You and I were going together.
Yeah.
You were driving. We were in the turning lane, and the light was red, but the cars coming towards us had a green light. And you somehow just thought, okay, it's about to turn green, for us, and it never turned green, and you just turned. Dang. And I was like, dude,
that was a red light.
You just went straight through a red light, and you were like, oh my gosh, dude, I just and I was like, this is the first time I'm telling anyone about this, but I just did. I
actually did something dumber than that.
Worse than that, and I got pulled over for it. So yeah, that's my worst pullover story. I didn't get a ticket.
Oh man.
So
yeah, it can be a little tricky when a light turns green for somebody else and you expect it, like you go through a million lights a year.
Yeah.
So when a light doesn't work the way you expect it to, it can get a little dicey. So next pullover story that I got is I didn't do anything to deserve this one, which was super frustrating.
That's what they all say.
I know. But it was a particularly heavy law enforcement day, aka January 1st.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot about this one?
Yeah, I did.
So me and Isabel had been out at a New Year's Eve party. We both had one small glass of wine. Okay, nothing crazy. And that was like, I'm not even joking. I think it was 4 hours before we ended up leaving, and I drank water since. So it was like, there was like minuscule amount of alcohol in my blood. So we're driving home. This was when we still lived on Polaris, and there was like this cut through, like behind some apartments that was like more direct route to get to our apartments than the main road. So we always took that route. But as I pull into that left turn lane, I see, like a cop has pulled somebody off over on the road that I'm turning on. And there's like,
Yeah.
it's one of those weird,
Such a good story.
it's one of those weird things with, there's like the little plastic barrier things in the middle lane. And the cop was like right on the right side. Like I literally wouldn't have like really been able to get around him unless I went over the plastic barrier stuff. So I didn't see that until I was in the left turn lane. But then I'm like looking in my mirror, and the traffic on my right side is just like continually flowing. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait here until I have a break. I'll pull out of the left turn lane. I'll go up to the next light and I'll turn left. So that's what I did. So I wait, I go up, and then I stop at the next light, and I see there's a cop behind me. I'm like, and I look at Isabel, I was like, I guarantee, I didn't say guarantee, but I was like, this guy is going to pull me over for something. And she's like, you're just imagining things. Like, you haven't done anything wrong. I was like, I know I haven't done anything wrong, but he's going to pull me over for something.
Because I'm being sus.
So the light turns green. I didn't do anything on a red light. Turns green. I turn left. At the very next intersection is where we turn left to go into our apartment. So I veer left, go into the left turn lane, and I think it was red. So I stopped at that. He pulls behind me. Lights are not on. But I was like, okay, like 99% chance he's going to pull me over. But like, I don't know why he's just standing there with his lights not on. Light turns green. I turn left, and boom, lights are on. Oh my gosh. So I stop, and he like comes up to the car like immediately, hasn't like run plates or anything. And he's like, have you been drinking tonight? I was like, yes, sir. I had a wine, like, but it was like 4 hours ago. And he's like, step out of the car. I was like, oh, God.
You're like, last time I tried to step out of the car with the cop, I almost got tased.
Yeah. So I step out of the car, and I think he actually told me,
Did he use the flashlight?
Yes, he did use the flashlight. But before that, he told me, he's like, well, yeah, I can smell alcohol in your breath, so that makes sense. I was like,
Yeah,
and
what?
I told Darren that. He's like, dude was lying. He was like, if that was 4 hours ago and you had water, there was nothing. He was like, there's no way he would smell anything. I was like, that's what I'm thinking. So whatever. Maybe it's just because I admitted to it that it was 4 hours ago that he said he smelled it. But he has me step to the back of the car, and he's like doing his freaking 100. I don't even know how many lumens.
Million lumen.
100 million lumen flashlight in my eyes, so I can't like see. So at this point, it definitely looks like I'm drunk because I'm like squinting so hard. And he's like, "Okay, we're gonna do a sobriety test real quick."
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I think that's what he said, but he had a pen, and he was like, he put his finger on the edge of the pen. He's like, I'm going to do, and he was talking so fast. I was trying to concentrate because I'm literally in the middle of the road on January 1st. I was like, just my luck. I'm going to get some drunk driving thing when I don't have any alcohol in my system at all. So I'm like trying to pay so much attention to what he's saying. And it's almost like drowning everything out because you're trying to pay so much attention. But he's like, finger on the end of the pen. I'm going to go this way, that way. You can't move your head at all, just your eyes. Got it? I was like, yes, I think so.
You like nod and you're like, no, wait, I'm not supposed to move my head.
Don't move my head. So he does it like this, and I just, and he's like, so at that point, I think he realized that I was fine, and and I think he did check my insurance card and whatnot, but he didn't give me anything. But he's like, we're just checking, and he told me he pulled me over in the first place because he thought it was sketchy that I was in the left turn lane and then went out of it. And it's like, I didn't even get a chance to explain why I did that. Like, I was like, that was it made plenty of sense why I did that. There was a cop right there. I couldn't get by him. And then the other reason
there's a cop right there. It made me nervous.
There's some stuff in my trunk.
No.
And then the other reason he said he pulled me over was because on the other light that I was turning left at, he said I cut like across the double line. You know,
I feel like people do that all the time.
People do it all the time. And that was making me so annoyed because like literally if you look at the orange lines, it goes like this. And then it like cuts super hard left and then goes like that. And then they make that little itty bitty section where there's no line. And then the white line starts.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I supposed to do? Go like this and then go.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm either going to go over the orange line or the white line, one or the other.
Pick
so
your
which
poison.
one?
Yeah.
So that was the reason he said he pulled me over, because both of those things, which were like, one of them wasn't an infraction at all. And the other one is an infraction that literally everybody does.
And the third one, it was because it was January 1st.
It was January 1st. That was the other reason.
All right.
So, but yeah, he just said they were trying to make sure everybody was safe. And I was like, oh, thank you, sir. And then we went on our night.
Yeah, cool.
And then we told our friends later that we got pulled over later that night. And they're like, no way. Telling that story. They thought it was so funny.
Oh, man. Okay, so the other story that I have is when we were going down to Texas. We used to go down to Texas every year to visit family. And when we got older, Josiah and I had a few years where we would just like take the late shift of driving. And Josiah would play
what
music.
You're going to tell. I don't
Josiah
remember.
would play music and I would drive, or vice versa. And I mean, there was one time, because like we would just drive through the night. And there was one time that Josiah and I took a 5-hour stint.
Yeah, I was going to say it was definitely 5 hours.
5 hours during the night. But there was another time that we started driving, and I saw some lights come on in through the back window. And I was like police lights. And I was like, I don't know what this was. And so I start pulling over and slowing down. And
gosh, I do not remember this.
When I am almost stopped, I realize I think there's a car in between our car and the cop car.
You couldn't see the lights?
See it. Well, it was in the Suburban.
Oh, super.
So it's already high. It's higher up.
Yeah.
And then I think the car must have been like pretty close to our tailgate.
Oh.
And so somehow I just like, the police lights are so bright.
Oh, yeah.
That I just saw that and I was like, I better pull over. So I pull over and then I see that there's a car in between us and I'm just like, man, I just look like an idiot. I'm like, I can't go because I feel like that makes me look suspicious. Like,
was I awake at this point?
I thought you were.
Gosh, I don't remember this.
Really?
No.
Man, I wonder if someone else was in the front seat. I don't know. Most of the time when we did that, it was you and I.
Yeah.
But so anyways, so I'm just pulled over there and I'm just watching, just waiting for this cop. And he goes up to the first car, and he talks to them for a minute.
You just sat there.
I'm just sitting there because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to take off now, you know?
Yeah.
And so he comes, I see him walking up to the car, and I put the window down, and he just got his flashlight. He just holds it up, and he goes, "You're good." And I was like, "Thanks, sir." And so we just take off. And yeah.
Oh,
No
gosh.
ticket.
No ticket.
No ticket.
That's always the key.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got.
The other times I've been pulled over weren't interesting at all, but no tickets.
Rolling stops. Yeah. You told me about one time when you got pulled over because of a rolling stop.
Oh shoot, that one was a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you definitely got a ticket then.
Yeah. I've been pulled over a couple times. Not proud of it.
Just as invested in the local economies.
A little bit.
Yep.
The good old Colorado economy and the Reynoldsburg economy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think we have any new comments. I will say, though, shout out to Jennifer, our cousin, who listened to our last episode and then immediately texted me and Josiah and Benjamin and Jacob all about the Death March one.
Yeah. That's great.
And that was a great live comment to hear some feedback. So if you know us, text us.
Yeah,
text us your comments.
that works as comments.
Unless you want to leave actual comments. Subscribe and also leave us a 5-star review on all of the podcast places.
Or 6-star if you think about it.
Yep.
See you next time.
Cheers.